Hey, this is the Mighty Z of Capital Chaos TV. We're hanging out here backstage at the Oakland Metro with Erik from Watain. Is that correct?
That's right.
How's it going, man?
Pretty okay. Thank you.
It's Friday night. You're in San Francisco, smoking, drinking, living the life, eh?
I suppose.
It's a tough life, though.
It is, but it's well, the smoking and drinking part is not that hard. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I always liked metal to be strife rather than just a fucking party. You know, I never really related to much of that, like having fun and all that kind of stuff with metal. For me, it's more of it's a very profound thing to me, you know, and it incorporates a lot of, well, it has a lot of striveful sides to it as well. But I appreciate that a lot, especially with touring. You know, it has to be hard.
But definitely, it's not all sex, drugs, and rock and roll, then, eh?
No, definitely not for a band like us. I mean, I suppose that's a motivation that's worked for many rock and roll bands in the past, but Watain always had a different source of motivation, really. You know, it had a spiritual and a religious motivation rather than a, well, sex, drugs, and rock and roll motivation. And I think that's one of the many things that kind of makes us different from what you would say was like the average rock band, so to say. But still, though, I mean, we share a lot of similarities with, I suppose, many of our forefathers, so to say, in a rock context as well, you know. But it's just that I like to put more emphasis on what to me is the more, well, like I said, you know, the more profound spiritual side to things.
So the name comes from a San Francisco black metal band, correct? Vaughn.
That's right.
And that was from one of their songs from it's a Satanic Blood album, right?
That's right. The demo tape that was circulating in the Scandinavia, just, you know, from after it got released, and I think it was 89 or 90, something like that. And it got in through kind of the Norwegian scene and came to Sweden during the mid-90s, and it just left a very big mark on us. Very important piece of music.
Very cool. I see that their music is still widely available.
Well, I don't know about that, honestly. I still have my old cassette and that CD that got released of the demo tape in '95, but I suppose it's out there. Nowadays everything is, I suppose, you know. It was a bit different back then.
Sure. Now, your new CD is The Wild Hunt.
That's right.
It's your first release for Century Media?
Yeah, I suppose. It's first release on our own label as well, or the first album release, actually. It's like a cooperation between us and Century Media, yeah.
What made you go your own route?
Well, we always went our own route, and this was just another way of doing that, you know. I think for a black metal band that nourishes a lot from liberation and freedom, I think you have to stay independent. That's just the way it goes.